Surabhi, your master teacher of chemistry at Vedantu. Welcome to the second session of Sprint Alchemy. So here we will be discussing some very important questions related to chemical bonding, and here are the topics which we will be covering. Electrovalent bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, polar covalent bond. So ready for the session, and this is the entire schedule. So we have already started Sprint Alchemy from 18th Feb, that is yesterday, and so today is the second session, that is chemical bonding. March 1st को ये खत्म होगा. So till then, do not forget to watch all these sessions because they are super duper important. And if you are here for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share this video with your friends. Have you subscribed yet? Thank you so much. So there is no substitute for hard work. So in this era, we want everything spoon fed, right? Like, ma'am, what are the tips and tricks? So what is the easiest method? But I feel at the end of the day, it's all about hard work. It's about practicing, it's about putting in efforts. So do not look for a shortcut. So work hard, and of course, you will succeed in whatever, you want, or you will reach your goal. Thank you. So here is your first question. State which is not a common characteristic of an electrovalent compound. 1 mark IA question, and we have 1 minute to solve it. So let's go through the options first. High melting point, conducts electricity when molten, consists of oppositely charged ions, ionizes when dissolved in organic compounds. High melting point, hanji, it is property of electrovalent compound. Yes, it does conduct electricity in its molten or aqueous state. Consists of oppositely charged ions, of course. Electrovalent, Na plus, Cl minus, right? Ionizes when dissolved in organic compounds. But don't you think? We remember somewhere we had studied, no, that electrovalent compounds do not dissolve in organic compounds. Then how do they dissociate? So option D will be the right option, but it is not a common characteristic. Okay. So question number 2 is again MCQ. Select the correct answer from A, B, C and D. Metals lose electrons during ionization. This change can be called. See, M plus electron. There is loss of electron. So how do we define these reactions? Oxidation, reduction, redox, displacement. Reduction is gain of electrons. Redox mein to reduction, oxidation will take place simultaneously. So oxidation is loss of electrons, right? So option A will be the right answer. Got it? Okay. So third question, the electronic configuration of nitrogen is 2,5. How many electrons in the outer shell of a nitrogen atom are not involved in the formation? They are not involved. So we know the electronic configuration is 2,5. What is the valency of nitrogen? 3 hai na? So only 3 atoms, 3 electrons take part in the chemical bonding or the sharing of electrons or the formation of covalent bond. But what about the other 2? So these 2 electrons do not take part in the chemical bonding. So the right answer will be the 2 electrons are not involved in the formation of a nitrogen molecule. Question number 4, this is for 2 marks. Draw the structural formula of carbon tetrachloride and state the type of bond present in it. So CCl4 is our molecule, carbon tetrachloride. If they want you to write the structural formula, it is Cl, 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 Cl. But what kind of bond is present between carbon and chlorine? So carbon, chlorine, both are nonmetals. Both, neither of them wants to lose electrons. What do you think? So the type of bond present is covalent because there will be mutual sharing of electrons. So if you want, they have not asked for the electron dot structure, but here it is so that you will know there is sharing of electrons, there is no transfer of electrons, and the type of bond present is covalent, not electrovalent. Question number 5. So again, this is for 2 marks. We have 2 minutes to solve this. Let's get started. Give reasons hydrogen chloride can be termed as a polar covalent bond. So what is a covalent compound? So a compound formed by the mutual sharing of electrons. So if you look at hydrogen and chlorine, yes, there is sharing of electrons, and that is how this compound is formed. But the problem is there is difference in the electronegativities of hydrogen and chlorine. So we know about electronegativity. It is the tendency or the property of an element to pull the shared pair of electrons towards itself, and we know chlorine is highly electronegative. So because of the difference in their electronegativities, so chlorine will pull the shared pair of electrons towards itself, and it will acquire partial negative charge, and on hydrogen obviously there will be partial positive charge, and this is what is polarity, right? So it's a polar covalent compound. Understood, everyone? So let me read it again. Pure covalent bond exists between two elements which have similar electronegativities, right? So if you look at the formation, the conditions for the formation of covalent compounds, both both the elements or more than two elements, they should have similar electronegativities. They should have high electronegativities. Then only they can form covalent compounds. But in cases like hydrogen, which also takes part in the formation of covalent compounds, so you can see the electronegativity difference between those two elements. So obviously the chlorine will attract the shared pair of electrons and will acquire a partial negative charge, and chlorine gets partial negative, hydrogen gets partial positive charge. Wanna join us, gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks? I don't think the answer will be no, right? Everyone wants to, because it's not about scoring, it's about the knowledge, which is very, very important. But how? You will be facing few problems like, not getting proper notes, doubts are not getting solved, no conceptual clarity. So all these problems के लिए सिर्फ एक ही solution है. So that is Vedantu Pro subscription. So once you are a Pro subscriber, let me tell you what will you be up to. So you can attend unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. You will be competing with the students throughout the world. So now it's usually state level, right? Imagine. So interactive replays with fun quizzes, live quizzes, and leaderboards. So even if you couldn't attend the live session, because you can attend unlimited live classes, you might miss out one or two there. Then also you can still watch the replay and play quiz and be on the leaderboard. So once you are done with the session, as soon as the session is done, you can download the handwritten notes of the master teachers, and assignments will be shared with you. Tests will be conducted regularly. Very, very important is in-class doubt solving. So generally in a class there will be one teacher, no? Will be teaching and will be taking your doubts. But here you will have more than one teacher. So few teachers, class teachers, they will make sure that all of your doubts are instantly solved, which is super duper important, so that to make your to make the concepts clear for a better understanding purpose. And once you are a pro subscriber, or once you take the pro subscription, you can enroll into any micro courses or crash courses which are absolutely free for you. Less is more, yes. How? Attend more number of classes. You need to pay lesser price. So that too, there is this limited offer, period offer going on. So you will be getting 50% off up to 1,500 rupees. Isn't that wonderful? So check out the link which is in the description and in the pinned comment. But do not forget to use the coupon code SURPRO. SURPRO it is. Yes. See, you do the calculation. 3.3 rupees per class, where you will be getting assignments, notes, tests will be conducted, and in-class doubt solving. That's really a nice plan. So think and visit the link given in the description, pin comment, use the coupon code SURPRO, वरना 50% discount नहीं मिलेगा. Question number 6. What is a lone pair of electrons? Draw an electron dot structure of a hydronium ion with lone pair. So what is a lone pair of electron? the electrons which do not take part in a reaction chemical bonding, the electrons which are not involved in the formation of a covalent bond. So those are called as lone pair of electrons. Here they want us to write the diagram, electron dot diagram of a hydronium ion. Hydronium ion is H3O plus. Yes people, we all know na? So let's try. So oxygen के पास कितने valence electrons है? 2 6 is the electronic configuration. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So, with two hydrogen atoms, it has formed a covalent bond. Okay, and so now the valency has of both the elements have been satisfied. Oxygen के पास अभी 8 electrons है, and these two electrons have diplet electronic configuration. But when this proton comes, so what this oxygen does is it will donate both the electrons for the formation of a bond. So that is how a coordinate bond is formed. So this is how hydronium ion looks like. There will be only one lone pair of electron. So if you want to write the electron dot structure, so instead of writing the bonds, you can show it in terms of electrons. So this is a lone pair of electron which is not involved in the bonding. हाइड्रोजन इधर भी है और इधर भी है. So this is a lone pair of electron, but there will be positive sign on oxygen because it has donated both the electrons. Okay, so this will be the structure which we already have written. So question number 7, compare carbon tetrachloride and sodium chloride with regard to solubility in water and electrical conductivity. So carbon tetrachloride is a covalent compound and sodium chloride is an electrovalent compound. So we know about their properties, right? This is, instead of like directly asking differentiate between electrovalent and covalent compounds, they have given you the particular compounds, that's all. So this is for 2 marks. Compare carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride ka solubility, it readily dissolves in the organic compounds, organic solvents. Actually carbon tetrachloride is a solvent, okay, it is used as an organic solvent, whereas NaCl, it dissolves in the ionic compounds like water. So carbon tetrachloride, it does not dissolve in water, but NaCl, yes, it does. Coming to the electrical conductivity, carbon tetrachloride is a very poor conductor of electricity, but whereas NaCl in its aqueous or molten state, it conducts electricity. Okay, so carbon tetrachloride is insoluble in water and is not conducting in nature, whereas sodium chloride is soluble in water and it conducts electricity in its aqueous or molten state, not in solid state. So that is something you should remember. So question number 8 is, what are the conditions for formation of an electrovalent bond? So this is a 3 marks. Okay. So what are the conditions? We know in case of electrovalent compounds, there will be transfer of electrons, right? So one of the atom must have the valency 1, 2, 3. That means it should be able to give, the number of valence electrons has to be 1, 2, 3, and the other atom, the number of valence electrons must be 5, 6, 7. That is very important. And so coming to the electronegativity difference, they should have high electronegativity and electron affinity difference. So the atom which changes into cation, obviously it should possess 1, 2 or 3 valence electron, and the one which becomes an anion, that is which accepts electrons, so it should have 5, 6 or 7 electrons in their valence shell. A high difference of electronegativity is very important. So that is the reason two non-metals, it cannot form a covalent, electrovalent bond, because the electronegativities are very much similar. There must be an overall decrease in energy. So whenever they are 2 or more elements combined, it is to become stable, right? Stability, in other terms, it is the decrease in energy. So obviously there has to be decrease in energy. That means energy must be released. So higher the lattice energy, greater will be the case of becoming an ionic compound. So these are the conditions for the formation of an electrovalent compound. Very good. It's clear now? If you have any doubts, just let me know in the comment section. ठीक है? हाँ. Question number 9. State the type of compounds formed by transfer of valence electrons from one atom to another. Explain the method of formation of the same. State the role of cations and anions in their formation. So state the type of compounds that is electrovalent. है ना? Because there is transfer of electrons. And explain the method of formation of the same. So how does it form? Is basically a metal which has the tendency to lose electron in order to attain the octet configuration will transfer one or more than one electron, maybe maximum up to 3 electrons, to a non-metal which is waiting to accept those electrons in order to attain the electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. So metallic atom loses electron, whereas the non-metallic atom gains electron. So metal atom, it forms a cation, whereas the non-metal, it forms an anion. Yes, understood? So the role of cations, anions is because of the opposite charge. Obviously, there will be high electrostatic force of attraction between them. That is very important, right? The cations and anions are the reason why that compound is very strong, why the force of attraction is existing. That's the answer. So question number 10. What are the conditions necessary for the formation of covalent molecules? See, one, ionic compound. So this one, covalent molecule. For the formation of covalent molecules, see, the electron negativities must be similar here, and but both atoms should have high electronegativity, and the number of valence electrons has to be more than 4. If it's less than 4, then that atom will be ready to lose electrons. But in case of covalent molecules, it's only mutual sharing, right? And they should have high ionization potential, high electron affinity. So that is when they can form the covalent molecules. So electronegativity difference between the two atoms should be 0 or negligible. But sometimes, if we look at HF, HCl, so even though they are covalent molecules, they are not pure because they are polar, because of the electronegativity difference. So the approach of the atoms towards one another, obviously, in every case, you take anything, if a chemical bonding or chemical reaction is taking place, that should lead to the decrease in energy. So that is one of the major condition for the formation of any type of molecule. Okay, so we are done with chemical bonding. Electrovalent done. Covalent, the coordinate bond, hydronium ion mein, polar covalent bond. So this is your homework question. State the reasons for the chemical bonding between two atoms. Why do they chemically combine, and the methods involved for achieving the same. State how duplet and octet rules are involved for an atom to achieve stable electronic configuration. So that's the homework question. So think and answer. I know it's too long to write it in the comment section, but try, because this will almost involve everything. Na? You will be writing about everything, whatever the whole chapter. It's basically a summary, I guess. So do try it and let me know in the comment section how was the session. Did you enjoy it? Did you get to learn? And if you have any doubts, just write it in the comment section. So current session, chemical bonding done. The next session will be on study of acids, bases and salts part 1 tomorrow. Previous session, I hope you have watched it. If not, go back and watch it. Thank you so much, and let me remind it to you again, people, there is this limited period offer going on, and uske baad don't ask me, ma'am, where is 50% discount? So come on, go grab the offer now. So you will be getting 50% off up to 1,500 rupees. The link is in the description or in the pinned comment, both. But the coupon code is SURPRO. It is, yes, SURPRO. So do the calculation. I'll take forever to do it, so let's just skip that part. So thank you so much. If you have any queries or doubts, reach out to me at surabhi.r@vedanta.com. Bye bye. Take care till we meet again. Keep loving chemistry, elementary chemistry by Vedanta. Take care, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet.